Another school shooting. Joining me now is Democratic Congressman Steve Cohen of Tennessee, a member of the Judiciary Committee. Congressman, what do you make of the conversation that is surrounding the changes that could be made to prevent these sorts of mass shootings? Are you sensing an appetite for any real change on Capitol Hill right now?
Well, I think there's always been a difference in the parties. I think the Democrats want to have a study. They want the CDC to look into gun violence, and they want to have some changes in background checks that are universal background checks and limit access to assault weapons, which we did from 1994 to 2004. The Republicans, who are very much in the camp of the NRA, not just financially but also voter-wise, that's most of their supporters are on that side, don't want to have any votes whatsoever and have not brought a bill to the floor. Now, they may bring some small bill that Trump's talked about, some NRA-approved background check changes that wouldn't be universal. And that would probably pass, but they'll bring it with a closed rule where we can't bring amendments to bring some of the real issues to the floor concerning raising the age to 21 for buying an assault weapon. Yeah, I'm for that, but the real issue is assault weapons. There are a lot of people, the man in Las Vegas, the man that went into the church in Texas, they were over 21 and had assault weapons. It's the weapon. It's not just the immature 18, 19, or 20-year-old who might have a disturbance or behavioral situations that cause them to use the weapon.
So is your sense then that there will be a lot of lip service on this once Congress is back in session tomorrow and then nothing will actually happen?
I think probably some minor changes will happen, but it'll be mostly lip service. You had it after Las Vegas. All of a sudden, everybody, including the Republicans, were for restricting bump stocks, and then they didn't do it. And now what Trump's talking about is going to the regulations and rules in the ATF, which we know can't really legally be done. That would be challenged in court and probably overthrown. It needs to be done by legislation. The NRA and therefore Speaker Ryan want nothing on the floor. We are controlled by the Republicans, and I'm afraid that we have to have a major blue wave in 2018 to give the Democrats the speakership to get anything done on this issue, on campaign reform, on issues with Russia, you name it. The Republican Party has just gone off the rails, and they have lost all perspective on guns, on safety, on finances, on tax fairness, on income disparity, on voting rights, on civil rights, you name it. They're not the party that Eisenhower and even Reagan knew. This is a radical group that has taken over the Republican Party. There's no truth to it. Trump does not tell the truth. It is just so sad that you can see the President of the United States and listen to him speak, and you know that half the time he's lying and the other half of the time he's wrong.
I do want to ask, I know you visited with several high school students in your district this past week and spoke to the students about how to make schools safer. Did they have any ideas that they gave you that you're planning to put into action?
One real good idea I got was from a girl that said we don't need our teachers with guns. Nobody wanted their teachers to have guns. They all saw that as a problem, having a gun in the school, and they also realized, which is pretty elementary, that the teacher with a gun is not going to be any contest for anyone with an AR-15. And for Trump to say that the teacher would just shoot the hell out of him, he's watching John Wayne movies still. There's something wrong with the man. He's not dealing with reality. One idea was to give teachers, put more counselors in the school to deal with kids that might be disturbed and have psychological problems. And a lot of them do, and there are a lot of problems in the schools. And you need more counselors. You need more psychologists. You don't need more guns. The other ideas were some about access to the schools. There are ways that they could have limit access through coding and doors being locked and only open to certain individuals. But the idea of taking away gun-free zones, that's crazy. Then the police can't arrest somebody within the school premises with a gun and arrest them for that charge. They have to let them go. And in many states now, they're wanting people to carry guns, and they do carry guns openly. We've gotten into a wild, wild west atmosphere. You know, the issue is assault weapons. The issue is high-capacity magazines, and that's what happened in Las Vegas and in schools and in churches and in San Bernardino, and that's what we have to deal with.
Okay, a lot more ground to cover on this topic, but we have run out of time this afternoon. Congressman, we appreciate your time. Tennessee Congressman Steve Cohen.